Defending champions Mumbai City FC will have a new coach on the sidelines this season in Des Buckingham. The former Melbourne City FC assistant coach was appointed as Mumbai City's new head coach recently. The Englishman takes over from Sergio Lobera, who guided the Islanders to the ISL League Winners Shield and the ISL title last season.
Yeah, I think the first thing is to recognise the excellent work that Sergio and the team did last year. They achieved things that this club has never achieved. So that was the first thing I spoke to the group about when I came in. And it's important to reflect upon that because we wanted to highlight some of the good work that had taken place last year because we don't want to throw that away. It's very important that what's gone before us, we take with us this year. That's off the field and on the field. So in terms of the playing style, I watched all of the games last year. It was a very exciting brand of football, an attacking football that was put in place by Sergio and his team. And that's something that really strikes true to my philosophy. And it's something that I'm trying to now add to, not change, but actually add to continue playing a very similar way that you would have seen. Yeah, my first impressions of Indian players and Indian football wasn't this year. It was back in 2018 when I came over as the assistant coach to the senior team with New Zealand football. And we actually played in the Hero Intercontinental Cup where New Zealand played India in the Mumbai Arena. So that was my first kind of taste and induction into Indian football. And when the opportunity came up to come here, of course, I looked at the squad and I looked at the squad that was being assembled for this year. And the players that we certainly have here, we have a good mix of ages and experiences. But the Indian players we have, I'm very, very happy with. We've got very good young players coming through, and that's, again, a bit of a background that I have working with those types of players. And we also have some excellent senior players, both Indian and foreign as well. So that's been, I'm very happy with what we have. I'm as happy as I can be. I think we've done everything that we could have done. Coming from the moment I stepped into the bubble here in Goa, the facility that we have and the work that's gone on behind the scenes to set the environment up here has been fantastic. From where we're staying to the facilities we have to the staff that we have around the complex, they've gone above and beyond to make me personally feel welcome firstly, but to allow the players to settle. We have players that have joined us at different times throughout the quarantine period, but I think that's the case for every club in the league. So in terms of settling and what we have available to us, I'm very happy with what we've been able to do in the timeframes that we've had. Yeah, I think at the A-League, it's a very similar concept as to where I think the ISL is now, where it's a couple of years older. The season now goes on for longer periods, but that's taken time to get it to that stage. And with that now becomes more games and more training and more opportunities to get players fitter and sharper, and they're able to attract different types of players as a result. So that's the big thing for me that I've seen coming here. It's a shortened season, a shortened pre-season as a result of that. But in terms of the quality of the players, especially from the experience I've had only with our squad, there's not a huge gap. And that's what's been really pleasing when I've came in. It's more the length of time that we're able to have access to the players. I'm very happy with the squad. I think we've had a bit of a turnover in terms of players going out, but players coming in as well. So there's always change. But again, I've mentioned it's about evolving and building from what's happened before. So very happy with the squad we have, both in terms of the replacements that have been brought in to replace some of those players that have left, and the excitement of the young players that have joined us. So that's the first one. In terms of your second question around coaching and Indian football, again, I'm still 4 weeks into my tenure here. I haven't been out, we're in a bubble, so I haven't had the opportunity to go out and engage in the community the way that I would have done in previous roles. And that's something that I'm looking forward to do when I get back to Mumbai. But I'm not in a space yet to feel comfortable enough to answer that question around coaching of other players, if that's okay. Yeah, pre-season is always an interesting one, especially when you only get, a short period. We've had 4 weeks and we've played 4 games. And I think people often look at the results of pre-season to determine how you'll start the season, which hopefully, most of the times isn't the case. So we've used it very much to try a few different things. We've tried a few different players in different positions, and we've tried to, like I said earlier, add to the playing style that you would have seen the team successfully have last year. Because I think when there's a way of doing things that the club and the team showed last year, teams can start to become almost know what to expect from you. So it's important that we evolve and we add to that. And that's what we spent those 4 pre-season games trying to do. So in terms of players that have stood out, I won't pull out any individuals because we're still working towards the game against Goa. But they've all been very positive, all been very open-minded and adapted hugely well to the changes that have happened over the last 4 weeks. And I think we're in a very good space heading into the start of the season. Yeah, he's only been out of quarantine for the last 3 days. So we used him for just over 30 minutes in the last pre-season game. But I've been very impressed watching him, and I see him as one of the midfielders in the way that we play, whether that be as a holding midfield player or as a more attack-minded player. I think he has the capability and the skill set to play both of those roles. And I think as a young 21-year-old, watching him play and see the progression both of the season he had last year and captaining that side, all the way through to his national team exploits the last couple of weeks. It's a very exciting player to have, and again will give us a different options in a very strong midfield that we do have.